I need help. I'm trying to finish this science fair project for Professor Baelstrom, but those golems stole my materials. I really need those back. I've got a few more preparations to make, so if I have to fight the golems too, I'm sure to be late. If I'm late, I'll get a bad grade and... Wait a minute. If you retrieve them for me, I can finish my project and still be on time. I'll need the enchanted wood from one of the wooden constructs in the golem tower. Oh, thank you so much! That's the enchanted wood I needed! My project's not running. Now I remember, there's something else I need. A charged gear. A clockwork golem a couple floors up should have one. Would you go get it for me? I hear they are rather tough, so you'd better be prepared. You've been a big help. There is no way I could have gotten one of those myself. My project is almost complete. Okay, I need one more piece for my science project. It's going to be tough, so you don't have to do it if you don't want to. It'll require going up to the top of Golem Tower. I need a steam capacitor to complete my project. The only one I know of would be the one on the Iron Golem, but I know he is really tough. I won't blame you if you don't want to do it, but if you do, I'll give you some treasure cards for defeating the Iron Golem and bringing me the steam capacitor. Deal?
So I hope you're ready for your next spell. Think you're up for it, wizard? You'll have to prove yourself in combat. Since you cannot perform combat here in Ravenwood, go see Kirby Longspear on Colossus Boulevard. I trust Kirby to rate your fighting skills.
So, Malorn Ashthorn wants me to rate your fighting skills? Okay, I've done that many times for him before. I talked to him because I was once a death student. Problem was, I was too scared of ghosts. How about you go and defeat some gobblers? They are pretty tough for the Wizard City area. I would not want to go up against any. Impressive indeed. You seem to be living up to your reputation as a death student. I just wish I could have made it as a student when I was young. Here, take the note to Malorn Ashthorn. I gave you 5 out of 5 gold stars for your effort. Keep up the studies, young wizard.
So it seems that Kirby was impressed with your performance, and that you're becoming a talented wizard. Your next spell is called Death Prism. You will need the Scroll of the Elder Seer to complete this quest. I heard that a clue to the location of the scroll is somewhere near Mortis, the Death Tree, in a secret place called Nightside. You'll know it when you see it.
You feel the ground begin to rumble.
So, you are looking for the spell scroll? It is inside the tower across the street. Unfortunately, it is well guarded by Night Stalker and Adair Temeo. Be careful, young wizard. This will be a tough battle. Good luck.
What is this? A visitor? You'll never get the scroll of the Elder Seer.
Ah, I see you found the scroll of the Elder Seer. Very good. Let me see it.
You give the scroll to Malorn Ashthorn, who immediately starts reading it.
Yes, this is the scroll of the Elder Seer. And for that, here is your next death spell.
You defeated the Iron Golem? Wow! You know how many students have tried and were defeated? You are amazing, young wizard! And true to my word, here are the treasure cards I promised. Remember to put them in your deck. I know you'll need them in the future. Bye now!
In its most rarefied form, myth is the magic of the mind, the energy of thought and imagination. But in its current application, the myth school is relatively young, relying as it does on fables and legends that needed first to be written. Conjuration was discovered by a bard named Jack Stanley Kane, who sang a troll song so well, the troll came to life and attacked the audience. The performance received mixed reviews, but the monster summoning was embraced by everyone, from tyrants to toddlers, and remains in practice today. You wish to explore new worlds? Heed my words. All the worlds of the spiral are connected through world doors, which are unlocked by spiral keys. The keys the headmaster gave you will allow you to travel to the desert world of Krokotopia and back here to Wizard City. Throughout your adventures, you will discover new keys and new worlds and wondrous things and terrible dangers. I chose you for a reason, and while my mind is fogged and my memories vague, I trust my past judgment. You are destined for great things. Yours will be an incredible journey, young wizard. Now it is time for you to take the first step. Life magic was said to have been discovered by the earliest inhabitants of the Ravenwood, guided by none other than Grandfather Tree himself. He instructed his early disciples to plant trees and tend to a grove to learn the complex interactions of all living things. As these early theurges advanced in their studies, so too did their gardens improve, eventually sprouting the sentient spell trees. Not just of life magic, but all the schools. Each tree embodied a new form of magic, a new aspect of existence. It was through their growth, study, and teaching that magical law was tested, explored, and codified. The ancient Tritons were creatures of the sea and heirs to the power of the Storm Titan. It is thought they used their command of lightning to create technological wonders. But, if true, their inventions were lost to uncertain tides. The Tritons isolated themselves from their dragon and giant contemporaries, but were often blamed for cataclysms on the land or in the skies. Eventually, they retreated to hidden oceans, seldom ever seen again, though some suspect there is a world of Tritons waiting to be found. In the beginning, there was the Dragon Titan, an immortal being capable of burning an entire world or rekindling a soul's lost spark. From the embers left in its wake, there came the race of dragons who harnessed the power of fire to rule the lands. As fire magic passed to younger races, dragons were pushed out of the fledgling worlds, seeking refuge neath the sleeping form of their ancestor. Their Drake offspring formed alliances with roving human clans to rebel against their parents, ultimately establishing the Empire of Dragonspire. original practitioners of death magic were shunned by their societies, written off and punished as plague carriers and spirit thieves. And it's true that many of ill intent found a school with such spooky spells thematically amenable. The worst such group was the cult of the Corrosive Chorus, a sect from ancient Azteca who loathed the song of creation and sought to unwrite it. They traveled across nascent skyways, summoning banshees and spectral skulls to scream a discordant melody that could unmake worlds. Some believe Bartleby himself intervened to stop them, cursing the death cult with eternal life, sealed forever in a soundproof prison.
Aha! You've seen the signs, haven't you? Why, signs of the end of the spiral, of course! Peculiarities, instances of pure impossibility! You may not have seen them yet, but you will! The Gravulum Order has detected increasing numbers of Pecrons all across the spiral. Pecrons? Why, they're invisible micro-magic particles that exist and don't exist at the same time. In concentration, they create peculiarities. That's the theory, at least. The Gravulum Order is dedicated to investigating this frightening trend, and we need your help. Take this Gravulum badge and get a reading from the Gobblers on Colossus Boulevard. Do this, and we might even invite you into the Order. Hello? Hello? Do you hear me? Oh, good! The badge is working. Orange reading. Pecron concentrations there are average. Good! Come back to Ravenwood. Well done, young wizard. Good news! You're a full-fledged member of the Gravulum Order now. Together, we'll figure out this peculiar business. Check in each day, and I'll give you a creature or location to test. You won't need to return. I'll get the reading from your badge remotely. Oh, and take this Gravulum lodestone for your house. If you prefer, use that to get your daily assignment. Very well. Until tomorrow, then.
Traditional theory holds that there are two broad categories of magic: elemental, fire, ice, storm, and spiritual, life, death, and myth. Legends of astral magic from ancient Celestia often complicated those old definitions, but there has yet to be physical evidence of the practice. It was ultimately the discovery of balance magic on Krokotopia that upended the previous paradigms and introduced a composite sorcery that blended the powers of the elemental schools while also being able to enhance or debilitate spiritual powers. Today, balance is considered one of the core 7 schools of magic, but many institutions have yet to fully incorporate it into curricula.
You found the books on the ancient history of magic? Let me get my notepad out and tell me everything you learned. Wow, that's a lot! Gonna need a minute here, pal, to process all that. Okay, I'm good, but all the answers in those books just bring up more questions, like what happened to these titans? And what's with the sentient plants? You've seen them, the trees with the faces in Ravenwood. Every school has one, except Death and Balance. But what do they do? What are they for? Why don't Death and Balance have one? People have a right to know. We need to get the straight dirt from the horse's mouth, meaning go ask all the trees themselves. While you do that, I'll study the books.
What are we, spell trees? Why, we are the offshoots of the great-grandfather tree. He who, with his sister Grandmother Raven, sang the song of creation and wove the spiral into being. Life magic in particular resonates with that song, uses its chords and verses to stitch wounds and mend spirits, to heal a fragmented world. And the titans responsible for that sundering? They were lulled to sleep by Bartleby himself. May they sleep evermore.
We spell trees aid in the invention of new spells and the crafting of treasure cards. I am the Tree of Myth. Mine is the burden to remember the stories of old heroes and monsters. It is from these tales that myth spells are born. Speak to me to learn recipes for myth spells. The other trees hold similar recipes for their own schools.
What's cooking, wizard? Oh, I think it's me. I am raw fire, after all, undiminished by any contradictory forces. Huh? Oh, all magical schools have an opposite. A school to which they're vulnerable, but against which they're strong. Fire melts ice, but melted ice douses fire. Similarly, life and death contrast, as does the creativity of myth with the destructiveness of storm. Balance? Yeah, I guess we do all sort of balance each other out. That's a good way to look at it, wizard.
How long have we been here? As long as I can remember. I don't know if we are the first, but these are the only spell trees I've known. Well, except for Mortis, the spell tree of death. I hear he came from elsewhere, but I know not where. Alas, he is, perhaps, ironically, dead. Destroyed with the death school in Malister's tantrum, so we cannot ask him. So, Wizard, Calvin told you about Mortis and that he came from elsewhere? But Blossom said we all came from Bartleby. Confused? Well, both are correct. Bartleby's roots stretch invisibly to every world in the spiral. And in any of those worlds, spell trees can grow. A balance tree? I've never met one. It's possible one is out there somewhere. You need only to look.
You talk to the trees? They think the death tree is dead. There may be a world of balanced trees. Myth is weak against storm? What a scoop! This will make for a great article on the history of magic. And don't worry, I'm happy to share a byline. What was your name again? Fantastic! Till next time, pal.
Can I help you? Oh, yes, of course. You're the one I was told about. I'm Principal Monstrologist, Gilder Burke. Thanks for coming. Headmaster Ambrose is allowing me to recruit talented and studious young wizards for an exciting new elective program, Monstrology. It's an ancient practice from my home world, Albion, and I've come to share Monstrology throughout the spiral. So let's get started. The motto of Monstrology is, know thine enemy. You'll learn to profile your enemy, extract their strengths, and use them to your benefit. We use special monstrological extract spells to enchant damage spells, which can then capture an enemy's very essence, or animus. An enchanted spell that deals damage will result in extraction of one animus. Plus, an additional animus is extracted with a defeating hit. Now pay attention here, because this is very important. To formally collect the animus you've extracted, you must win the duel. Once you've successfully collected an enemy's animus, their profile is added to your Monstrology tome, so you can reference them at any time. There's much more to Monstrology than that, of course, but I find 'tis easier to do than to listen. It's high time for some fieldwork. Take this extract undead animus spell and use it to capture the animus of any undead enemy you'd like to profile. Well, almost any. Since you're new to Monstrology, you'll want to tussle with a low-level enemy to maximize your chances of animus extraction. Start with the Lost Souls on Unicorn Way. Extract one Lost Soul animus, then return here, and we'll wrap up your introduction to Monstrology. Were you able to extract an animus from an undead enemy? Aye? Crackin'! Now it's time I show you the myriad ways Monstrologists use animus. The Monstrology tome, notwithstanding, my personal favourite application of an animus is to create a summon monster treasure card. It's like an echo of the enemy you extracted it from, which could be summoned in combat, but not unlike the way one summons a minion. You can also create an expel monster treasure card that's basically an instant defeat, one-shot silver bullet against a particular monster. If you've the proper lodgings, animus can also be used to create house guests, as well as monster echoes that your friends can duel. And don't worry if your house isn't equipped with a Joe sigil. That's what the Monster Dome is for. Now, if you've any questions, or simply feel the need for a refresher, consult the Monstromnibus here at any time. And remember, as your Monstrology level increases, so does the amount of monstrological spells you're privy to. So, keep an eye out for me in your journeys throughout the spiral. Until then, welcome to Monstrology. Go on then, get cracking!
I am Baldur Goldpaws, a trader from far-off Grizzleheim, and I've just discovered this world. I have sailed across the great sea of skies, establishing new ports to trade my wares in. I would like to establish trade relations with the merchants here, if they be friendly. Can you help me? If Prospector Zeke is here, go speak to him. Then speak to your treasure card dealer and anyone who sells furniture. If you can do that for me, I will be thankful.
Hey there, young wizard. How's it going for you so far?
You explain that Baldur Goldpaws asked you to help set up trade relations between Grizzleheim and Wizard City.
That's great. Old Zeke's always happy to do business with the bears. Tell Baldur I'll trade with him.
Hello there, young student. Welcome to the library. Can I help you find any book or card in particular?
You tell Mr. Argleston about the trade agreement Baldur is trying to set up.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. I would be happy to trade treasure cards with Grizzleheim. I wonder if we can set up a library exchange program.
Welcome to my shop, young wizard. Can I interest you in some furniture for your dorm room?
You tell Mr. Quickhammer about the flying boat with the trader from Grizzleheim.
That's great. I offer a selection of furnishings from across the spiral. Adding imports from Grizzleheim will certainly be good for my business.
Did you get agreement from the three merchants? Good! You have brought two worlds closer together. You have my thanks. I would like to reward you for your help getting your merchants to agree to trade with my world. Would you like to take a quick trip with me to visit Grizzleheim, my home? It will not take long now that I know the way. You can greet some tradesmen from Grizzleheim and see if they will trade with Wizard City. In Grizzleheim, speak to Thrain Stormfriend, Vider Silverthread, and Dane Goldright. Let them know I sent you with word of new trade partners. You look like you could use a new rune-carved ring. I have just the one in stock.
Before he tries to sell you something, you explain about the trade agreement.
That sounds like a great idea. Sign me up. You should head back to tell Baldur that we're willing to trade.
You there! Can I interest you in a new robe? This is a cold land, and you should try to stay warm. What size are you?
You explain that you're not robe shopping. You're here to set up trade with Wizard City.
Trade with Wizard City? I can certainly do that. I will have to get some smaller sizes in stock, though.
Welcome, young outsider. Where are you from, and what can I do for you?
You explain that you're from Wizard City, and that you're here to set up trade with Grizzleheim.
Sounds good to me. I'll trade with anyone with gold in their pocket. They are in agreement, then. Good news! We have done well this day. Ready yourself. I will take you home now. It was a pleasure working together. I wish you well in your future journeys.
Another wizard? A servant of the one called Malastair, are you? No? Oh, then perhaps you can help us. Malastair has been here many times, and each time he comes, he raises more of the oppressive tuts from their slumbers, seeking their knowledge. They must be stopped, or they will enslave the Mander people again. If you would help us, talk to the Sergeant Major in the Oasis.
What ho! Greetings, youngster. You must be one of those wizards from Wizard City. Sergeant Major Sylvester Quimby Talbot III at your service. Order of the Fang? I think I heard Professor Winthrop mention that name. He and his crew are still excavating when they should be evacuating. You'll find Professor Winthrop inside the pyramid. Perhaps he has some information that can help you. And please, try to keep him safe. Come in, watch your step. Things are amiss down here. You say you are looking for the Order of the Fang? As a matter of fact, I was just researching them when the Crocs came to life and attacked. When the Crocs attacked, my diggers and I had just found an ancient obelisk describing the Order of the Fang. We had to evacuate everyone. If only I could see rubbings of the inscription on the obelisk, I could learn more about the Order. Do you think you could make rubbings for me? You can find the ancient obelisk at the dig site in the Royal Hall.
Look there, wizard. Do you see that device? It's a teleporter. If you use it, it will transport you to other teleporters on this street. You can get where you're going quickly.
You make the rubbings.
These rubbings are perfect. Let me decipher the text.
Professor Winthrop studies the rubbings and grows frightened.
My word! The Order of the Fang was a secret group of croc wizards who wrote a book of rituals called the Krokonomicon, the most powerful source of knowledge about life and death magic. The Krokonomicon cannot fall to Malastair. Perhaps this order has something to do with the crocs attacking us now. Did Malistaire put them up to it? He has done similar work in Wizard City. We need to find out more. While I was running for my life from the Croc attack, I saw Beatty Narini take an ancient tablet. He's the leader of the Crocs in this area. Beatty Narini must have the answers we're looking for. To reach him, we'd need a key to his chamber. Our fighting men are trying to protect our archaeologist. Could you defeat Narini Crocs until you find a Croc carrying the chamber key and take it from them?
Hello there. I'm so glad you found me, and so quickly. We haven't met before, have we? I thought so. I need your assistance at once. I'm investigating something peculiar in Old Town, something with sinister implications. Please come and find my telegraph box in Old Town. You can't miss it. I'll be inside waiting for you.
You are about to enter a dungeon. If you log out or leave for more than 30 minutes, you will lose all of the progress you have made in this dungeon and must start over. This dungeon takes around 45 minutes to finish. Shorter if you bring friends. Are you sure?
Hello again. Welcome to the box. She's not as small as she looks on the outside, is she? Now, to the business at hand. There is a sinister force threatening all of us. He, she, or it is tampering with the building blocks of history. My instruments have detected a major change in Ravenwood's past, something that could destroy our future. I have configured a portal to take you to Old Ravenwood. Go through and see if you can figure out what's been changed in the past. Let me know what you discover in Old Ravenwood, and we'll work up a plan to restore things to their natural order.
Hello, nice to meet you. I'm Dahlia Thalmea. Are you the tutor I requested? I'm having such a hard time with my lessons. No, I haven't been here long. When I first arrived, I was very anxious about taking the Book of Secrets test. I heard it was scary. You have no idea how happy I was when a helpful stranger told me to skip it and just enroll in the ice school. But I can't master the ice spells, and I don't understand the theories. If I fail my next exam, I'll be expelled. I just know it.
You found Dahlia Thalmea enrolled as a student of the ice school? Why, that's preposterous. If she stays on that course, she'll clearly be expelled and never become the fire professor. Then she'll never create the exchange program with Safaria. No, never mind that now. You must redirect Dahlia to the path of fire. I've configured the telegraph box to send you directly to the ice tower. Help Dahlia with her exam so she doesn't flunk out.
I'm going to fail. Oh, I didn't see you there. Professor Greyrose sent me here to prove myself. If I don't defeat Frosty Walker in a duel, I'll be expelled for sure. Can you help me?
Professor Greyrose summoned me to challenge you. If you fail to stop me, you'll get an absolute 0 on your exam.
Greetings, young wizard. So, you're interested in let's get started with your first lesson. The first rule is to have a clean, well-lit place to work. For that, you'll need a basic crafting table. I'm happy to make you one if you can gather the supplies. We'll need some mistwood. You can find mistwood growing all over Wizard City. Bring the mistwood back to me, and we'll soon have you a nice new place to work.
Well, hello there. I've not made your acquaintance yet. It's always good to see fresh faces here in Wizard City. I wish I had studied to become a wizard instead of, becoming a town guard. Say, I found this book on one of the benches while I was strolling to work this morning. It looks important, and I don't have time to drop it by the library. Would you take it there for me?
You say you are returning a book that someone dropped? You are quite a good sport to take time out of your day to do that. Thank you for doing that. Oh, hang on there. This book does not belong to the library. Inside the cover it states property of Sabrina Greenstar. She probably dropped it on her way to the fairgrounds. You best give it to her yourself.
You are returning the book I left on a bench? I didn't have one with me today. Maybe I lost it last week. Oh, that book. I gave that one to Regina for her to use as research for a science project. She's just inside Gollum Court if you want to give it back to her.
I left my book on a bench? What book?
Her eyes get big when you hand her the book.
Oh, yes! This has all the notes I was taking on my science project. I'm sure glad you found this. It was a lot of work for me. Thank you ever so much.
Oh, hello! You must be the famous young wizard everyone's been telling me about. I'm Annie, Wizard City's new resident shutterbug. Tell me, have you ever wished you could archive your awesome accomplishments, save striking scenes, and immortalize interesting entities? Well, now you can through the captivating art of photomancy. Photomancy allows you to capture a picture of your surroundings that you can go back and view anytime, anywhere. While mastering the art of photomancy takes practice and talent, taking a simple photo couldn't be easier. Here, I'll show you the basics. To bring up your viewfinder, press the Z hotkey or use the photomancy page in your spellbook. The boundaries of the viewfinder represent the edges of your photo. Think of it like the frame for the view you're trying to capture. There are two basic photo modes, normal and selfie. Normal photos are taken from behind you, and selfies are taken facing you. You can also choose to hide yourself in the photo for those times when you want to focus on the scenery or maybe you're having a bad road day. You can zoom in and out using the scroll wheel. Just be careful not to zoom too far out or in, or you risk losing focus on your subject. Once you've snapped your photo, it's then stored in the Photomancy album in your backpack. Space is limited, so be discerning. Okay, enough chit-chat from me. You should go give Photomancy a shot for yourself. Just press Z and take a photo right here. Wow, you're a natural photomancer. I can't wait to share more tips of the trade with you. I'll be sure to call you as soon as my studio opens. Until then, the only advice I have is to go out and take lots and lots of photos. Have fun with it. Oh, and don't forget to say cheese. Hey there, friend. Now that you know the basics of photomancy, it's time you bring your skills into focus. Photomancy is more than just capturing moments in time. You can use it to capture quest goals, too. Allow me to demonstrate. When using photomancy for questing, your subject, or goal target, must be in range, or as we say in the biz, in focus. You'll know your subject is in focus when you see their name appear in your viewfinder. That's all there is to it. Of course, the only way you're going to master this element of photomancy is to practice. Go snap a photo of Hilda Brewer in the fairgrounds, Mr. Lincoln in Ravenwood, and Sergeant Muldoon in Old Town. Have fun! How'd your photos turn out? Wow, looks like you're well on your way to becoming a professional photomancer. Just keep snapping photos, and don't forget to say cheese. Hello again, Wizard. You have quite the eye for photomancy, and I just learned about an exciting opportunity I think you'd be perfect for. The Spiral Geographic Society of Marleybone is going to publish a new magazine. They asked me for talented photomancers, and I thought of you. Go find Hubbard Gardner at Marleybone. Show him some of your pics. I'm sure he'll want to use you for his magazine.
Hello, thanks for coming. My name's Blaze, and I'm determined to show all of my fellow wizards the secret to conquering foes: teamwork. Magic gives us wizards lots of power. With the right spells in your deck, it's easy to feel like you can do anything, but that's not always true. The good news is, we can accomplish even more if we work together. I believe there's nothing better than helping out less experienced wizards. It's like we get to be professors ourselves. I'll show you how. Take a look at the Join a Team kiosk over there. This is the Join a Team kiosk. Use it and you'll see a list of wizards who've asked for help with a tough fight. If you've beaten an enemy, you can help other wizards beat them too. Select someone to join their team. You'll join them after a timer expires. The wizards you're helping are questing. Let them talk to NPCs, solve puzzles, and use the sigil first if they want to. Be nice. If you leave without helping, you won't be able to help anybody else for 10 minutes. Come see me after you help someone.
That mistwood should do nicely.
Miss Tangletree gets to work with hammer, plane, and saw. In a few moments, you have a nice little work table.
Now, with a basic crafting table, you have a place to work. Now, with your work table, you can begin to learn the fine trade of crafting, making your own items. First, you should place the basic crafting table in your dorm room or castle. Your first assignment is to make 2 daggers of absolution. You should have no difficulty. You'll need to buy a recipe from me and then gather the required ingredients. When you've got all your ingredients, use your basic crafting table to make the athames. When you have made 2 daggers of absolution, bring them back to me and I'll award you a novice crafter badge. So remember to bring them here when you're finished. Good luck. I can't wait to see them. Have you brought the 2 daggers of absolution I asked you to make? If you don't have both of them, I can't help you, dearie.
Now that things are calming down, I hope to go back to investigating what brought me here in the first place, a massive surge of death magic. The haunted cave is a powerful nexus of death magic. It could be the source of all the undead troubles plaguing Wizard City. The rotting fodder and scarlet screamers kept me from reaching the cave before, but with your help, I think I can make it. The cave is across the river at the far end of Triton Avenue. Let's go investigate. You made it! Good! I was right. The haunted cave is open again. It's been sealed for decades. This certainly explains all the undead. Who could have done this? Malastair helped cast the spells that sealed the cave so long ago. If only he were here. I'm sure he'd fix it. I know you think Malastair's behind this, but that's just impossible. Someone's impersonating him, and we need to find out who that is. Those field guards, I can't beat them, but if you fight them, I can examine their auras. Maybe I can see who summoned them. Good luck. You did well fighting those field guards. They're even stronger than I thought. And I saw something dire in their auras. They're minions of Lord Nightshade, one of the darkest tyrants in history. He was sealed in this cave ages ago, but now he's free. There's a tower deep in Haunted Cave. Someone must have broken its seals and freed the Harvest Lord, Rattlebones, and Lord Nightshade. If we can get closer, I may be able to sense echoes of the ritual that opened the tower. Let's go! This can't be! I can sense the portal and the spell that opened it. I'd recognize the magical resonance anywhere. Malastair! You were right. Malastair's alive, and he's turned on us all! He's trying to destroy Wizard City! But why? I've got to warn Malorn, or acting Professor Ashthorn, and then, I don't know. What can we do? Can any of us do?
Welcome to Special Reagent, where each reagent is unique and... sorry, I cannot do the pitch, for I am the sad. I have lost something precious. It is a scrapbook that belonged to my cousin, Sylvia Drake. Once, she was a teacher here, till the dreadful cold claimed her. Some monster called Skull Splitter stole Sylvia's scrapbook and took it to his skull fort. If only someone could get it back for me.
So you've come for the scrapbook that belonged to Malastair's wife, eh? Pity she caught that cold and died. Well, I won't allow you to have it. I will deny him any kindness after what he denied me in life. As for you, wizard, prepare to join the ranks of the undead and serve me.
The scrapbook! Thank you! My cousin, she helped me move here, make friends. Now, this is all I have left. You are a good person, Wizard.
Hi there, Wizard! I'm Abner... Oh, you're that wizard. Anyway, I'm Abner K. Doodle, PhD candidate and special assistant to the headmaster. What does the special assistant to the headmaster do, you may be wondering? I'm basically Ambrose's gopher, but class credit is class credit. Today, I'm tasked with informing everyone about spellements. You may already be familiar with them, but allow me to go into more detail. Spellements are a special type of reagent that you can collect to unlock new, rare spells, or to customize spells you may already know. There are several ways to collect spellements, by completing quests, defeating certain bosses, participating in special events, and even crafting. You can access your spellements by using the spell writing button on the top right of your spell deck page. Note, spellements get harder to find when you're too powerful for a world, but they'll appear again when you move to more challenging ones. Well, that's everything Ambrose's note says about spellements. I'll let you know if and when more information pops up. Until then, happy spell writing! Here, use these to get started in upgrading your first spell.
You just unlocked a new section in your spell tab, spell writing. With this, you can modify and improve existing spells. Be sure to take a look.
Well done. That should stabilize things a little. I hope it's enough. Do you think you might do me another favour? You see, I work at the mill across the river. We grind lumina crystals. I was bringing in a load of raw crystals when everything went crazy. The haunted minions scattered my shipment all over the place. Can you round up some raw crystal barrels and bring them to me? I'll be in your debt.
This is a collect quest, a special kind of side quest. Unlike most quests, collect quests have no quest arrow. Good luck exploring.
Oh, good. My shipment's recovered. I'll get them the rest of the way. Thank you, Wizard. We didn't drive the eels away fast enough. The storm magic surge lured a kraken up out of the deep. It'll wreck everything if you don't stop it. You could use this teleporter to reach the kraken. But it's broken. The rotting fodder stole its keystone. Get it back, and double quick.
Hello, Wizard. I'm Lucky Hookline, famous fisher, Pisces collector. You might have heard about the 60-inch whopper I caught. No? Well, let me tell you, fishing is a terrific hobby, and you won't find a more relaxing pastime, If you like, I can teach you how to cast for fish. Magically, of course. Then you can catch your own whoppers. First off, you gotta be in an area of the spiral populated with fish. You'll know you are when the fishing icon appears. Clicking the fishing icon button displays your fishing spells. Fishing is a magical activity in the spiral, you know. Your fishing spells consist of fish-catching spells and fishing utility spells. Click on a fish-catching spell to cast a magical lure. You want it to land in front of a fish so they notice it. If you don't like where your lure lands, click the Cancel Spell button to quickly recast the spell. When the magical lure flashes, that means a fish has noticed it and is coming closer to take a nibble. As it nibbles, the lure will rise and fall a bit. trick is to wait until the lure completely sinks below the water. Then you reel him in. Timing is crucial, so be sure to hit the spacebar quickly to invoke the fish-catching spell properly. And so are your spells. Every fish has a magical school type, and fish are more attracted to lures from their same school. When you use a lure correctly, your magic will snare the fish and float it back to you, alright? You'll see the name and size of every fish you catch. Small fries are the tiniest ones, while whoppers are the biggest. Fish are stored in your fish basket. The angler's tome has a record of all the fish you ever caught. Click on it to open it. The angler's tome will tell you how many of each type you've caught, along with the smallest and largest sizes. Another important tip to know is that every fish you come across responds only to your presence, no matter what. So don't worry about competition, or that other wizards will scare away the fish. You're the only one who can do that. Now that I've explained the basics of our magical fishing, let me give you the Lesser Frost Lure. It's a good basic lure spell. Go to the water behind old Zeke over there and use the Lesser Frost Lure to catch a frost decoy and an ice cuda.
You did it! Quickly, there's no time to lose. Now that teleporter's repaired, you can go deal with that Kraken. Head on down and be careful. Good luck, wizard. I saw the whole battle, wizard. Masterfully done. We got the beast at bay. Now I hope we can get the rest of our trouble sorted out.
I'm glad to be free of the Harvest Lord. He said he was gonna steal my soul. You stopped him before he could, but he needed some of my possessions to do the ritual. He sent his minions to bury my Athame, spellbook, and spell deck in mystically resident places, whatever that means. I don't think I could find them, but maybe your pet could sniff them out. I really need to get my stuff back. Will you help me?
This quest requires you to have a pet and guide it to each goal. If you have a pet, equip it from the pet tab in your spellbook. With a pet equipped, you can control it directly. Click the pet button on the bottom left of the screen, then press the pet mode button. Playing as your pet will make certain items and objectives available that weren't before. But likewise, pets can't talk to most people or engage in wizard duels. You can play as your pet until its happiness runs out. Replenish happiness by feeding the pet snacks.
Thanks, Wizard. It would have been hard to replace these. I hope I get to work with you again, just under less apocalyptic circumstances.